Not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and we are going to get right into it. This is going to be a fluffy braid out. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you the one thing I did to make sure I got the perfect braid out. I did start with the scrunchie in my hair because in real life this is how I look. I only use elastic scrunchies, and I don't use the scrunchies that have the metal piece on it because my hair nags onto that part sometimes. So I'm starting with my usual leave-in conditioner, the Cream of Nature. If you know, you know. And I'm also using my Mielle Twisting Souffle. This is the hair grease that I use and the wide tooth comb. I'm starting off with greasing my scalp. My hair has been in this ponytail scrunchy thing for about 3 days, and that's bad. So it is quite tangled, but my scalp is also very dry. So I'm starting with greasing my scalp. Yes, I use hair grease. I don't know, I know that there's been debates about, hair grease in the natural hair community, but it works for me. I work in sections, taking my time, so I'm just gonna speed it up. Y'all, this is how I keep grease out of my nails. Alright, so now we're getting into the other side where I start with my leave-in conditioner, and honestly I'm doing this on this whole half a section because my hair was so tangled and I did not want to go in with my wide tooth comb on dry hair. I always start detangling or combing my hair at the very bottom of my strands, and you'll see me working my way up. So I'm starting in the back section of my head as always. I'm starting with my leave-in conditioner. Again, this is the Cream of Nature leave-in conditioner, and I just make sure I use enough to cover that entire section. This is or was blown out hair, so I did blow dry my hair after I washed it. So my hair is dry. This is dry hair, but I'm putting the leave-in conditioner over top of it because it's water. The first ingredient in any true leave-in conditioner is going to be water. So I didn't want to mist my hair or spray it with any water because I wanted to have a nice stretched braid out, and I didn't want my hair to revert back too much. So I just simply went with the moisture or water that comes in the leave-in opposed to spraying my hair first. Okay, so notice how long it took me to get these 3 sections. I really wanted to make sure that each section was even in the amount of hair that I had in each strand, or I should say strand, right? You have 3 strands to braid your hair. Try to make sure in each strand you have the same amount of hair. That way when you get down to the bottom of the braid, you don't have to do too much separating. Every now and then I did have to separate at the bottom, but the further down the braid that you can get without separating, the better. And comb or brush your hair if you feel any tangles or knots. Once I got down to the bottom of the braid, I just left about a ½ inch to an inch of my hair out because this time I wanted to go in with my coil sculpting custard. If you don't have the sculpting custard, you could use gel. I wanted to use that at the tip of my braid just to kind of give it like a little swirl or curl opposed to a really pointy tip. I like when the tips of my hair kind of curl on the end once I take my braid out opposed to it just being really straight and straggly. So that's what I was going for. Every time I part and I make a section, I squeeze with my hands just to see the size that the braid would be once I braid it up. That kind of gives me an idea of how much hair I need in each section. Alright, so I'm going to talk this through one more time. I start with my leave-in conditioner in the section that I am about to braid. I comb through multiple times. Every time I feel like there is a kink, I go and comb it through. I put the cream in, and then I just make sure that each strand of that section is even. So I try to make sure that all 3 strands has about the same amount of hair. And again, when I get to the bottom of the braid, I leave about 1 inch out and I twist it with gel. If you have the coiling custard, you can use that as well. Now that I'm at the top of my hair, I am super conscious about how much product I use because I know that the top of my hair is probably really dense or low porosity. I'm not sure which one, but one of those could be the cause of the product sitting on the top of my hair. When I use any product, creams, it just doesn't sit well in my hair, and I always end up having that white flaky residue on top when I take my braids out. So I just keep it real light up there. I am not loving my ends right now. Clearly, I need a trim. I'm noticing nagging. I see a lot of single strand knots. If you're someone who struggles with single strand knots, write me in the comments. Let me know what you do to combat your single strand knots. For me, I prefer to keep my hair in stretch styles. That helps prevent single strand knots, but I still get them. All right, we have made it to the top. This is the final braid. I kept the product really light because the top of my hair just don't like product on it. It easily gets product buildup, and I know that. So I keep it light up here, but the same steps goes. So it's late. I'm gonna wrap my hair and I will see y'all in the morning. Okay, so we're back. It's the morning and I am going to take my braids out, but I'm going to start with the oil. This is the Mielle Organic Almond Oil. Oh, love this stuff. I've had this forever actually. This one bottle goes such a long way. I have about a nickel sized amount of oil that I'm just kind of spreading along the ends of my hair just to make sure we're not ripping anything or losing any unnecessary strands. I also have a technique for taking out my braids. If you're interested in that, go check out my other video called The Secret to Quick and Easy Braid Takedown. The link will be in the description. Watch closely because this is the braid where I realized my hair is not all the way dry. I'm pressing, it's like 85% dry. Check out that definition, yes. Now this part is optional. I do like to lay my baby hairs most of the time, so I'm just going to go ahead and put my scarf on so that that lays. But I also noticed when I was taking my braids out that my hair was about 95% dry. It was not 100% dry. I waited about 5 minutes just to let my baby hairs lay, or my fake baby hairs. But then when we came back, I did not want to touch my hair. I knew that if I separated my braids or did too much to it, it would puff up and it would open up during the day because it was already not all the way dry. But here's a second clip of me coming back. This is a whole nother day. I put just about the same amount of braids in my hair and I used the same process. Except this time I did not put any extra product in my hair. This time I just mist my hair with water. I did have the leave-in from the first braid out still in my hair, but this time I really just put minimal water just to moisten my hair a little bit and then braided them up. So the secret to a perfect braid out is to make sure you don't put too much water and don't put too much product. And if your hair is anything like mine and takes forever to dry, or it's not dry the next day, then I would say use more water than you do product, because the water itself is going to dry. The product is what maintains that moisture. The product is going to hold that water in your hair just like a cream would do or oil would do. So you want to use less product, more water, but minimal of both. Here is the final look, completely dry, defined, and perfect. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post more videos like this. See y'all.